Okay, my name's Zakashi, guys, and I think it's about time we start having those 6th anniversary discussions. I know a lot of people love these discussion type videos from me, but there's a lot to talk about considering we are only a month away until the anniversary will begin. We are pre-anniversary right now, where we're having the same saga campaign / 100 million user campaign. Whether it's going good or not, you let me know in the comment section below. But in this video here, I wanted to talk about the most likely speculation at the moment, the most popular one. People have been suggesting that we are going to get 2 characters for the part 1, or at least in the anniversary: Super Vegito and Super Saiyan God Goku. Now, this might seem far-fetched, but at the same time it's not really, and that's what we're going to be discussing in this video. Whether it's actually plausible, whether it's reasonable, or are people just fishing for straws, given that we are pre-anniversary, so anything they drop is going to be taken as a hint for the anniversary upcoming. Of course, as usual, let me know how many Chrono Crystals you've got down below. Every single time I do a video, I gotta ask, because you guys gotta be saving so that you guys can have the best opportunity to get whatever drops in the anniversary. In most cases, you guys are going to want that unit. I don't see how you wouldn't, so of course I advise you start saving. But if you aren't, this could be your start point. Let me know in the comment section below, and let's actually get into this video now. So to start off this video, I felt it would be best to start off with the most unexpected unit for the anniversary. I think more than likely people feel like this Super Vegito speculation has come out of nowhere, but the biggest force to argue that he would be a unit releasing in the 6th anniversary is the fact that Super Saiyan 3 Goku has officially got a Zenkai. He's from the Majin Buu saga, the red unit. If you haven't seen it by now you know. The unit does look pretty good, if we're being honest, in terms of aesthetics. Whether he's good in PvP, we're only one day in, so I'm not going to give a reasonable explanation as if he's seriously usable, because there's very rarely a Zenkai that really stands out in PvP. Some exceptions being like Red Cell, Green Super Gogeta, Red Janemba's pretty good, and Heat Dome Trunks. But anyways, with this speculation for Super Vegito, there's a lot of ways they could do it. The last time we've got a premium Super Vegito was in the 3rd anniversary, or was it the 4th anniversary? 4th anniversary, actually. They dropped Ultra Super Vegito. In the 1st anniversary, you got Super Vegito, the Legends Limited. You guys know when they did the Vegas tournament. Then 3 years later, in the 4th anniversary, we got Ultra Super Vegito. So we haven't really got anything Super Vegito related in quite a bit. We did get a Vegito in the 5th anniversary when we got Ultra Vegito Blue, but it's not Super Vegito. It's not Majin Buu Saga. So naturally, the first hint that we get Majin Buu Saga, we've already got Buu Bros. We could get a couple other things if we're being honest. We can get an Ultimate Gohan, we can get Gotenks, but of course, the biggest unit, the strongest character to come out of the Majin Buu Saga would definitely be Super Vegito, if it's obviously not Kid Buu. But we already have an Ultra Kid Buu, so naturally, if we're looking at the headliner for the 6th anniversary, the best option is naturally Super Vegito. Super Vegito is a unit that will bring in so much money. If you guys didn't know, if we look at the facts, hopefully I put the facts on the screen, so I'm not just headcanon in this, but I've seen it before, and I'm sure a lot of guys have too. Vegito is one of the characters, not one of the characters actually, the character that brings in the most money to Dragon Ball Legends. So if they were to drop any Vegito for the 6th anniversary as a headliner, it would surely bring in a lot of money, which is another reason why it's very likely they'll drop a Vegito. Like I said, there's lots of ways they could do this. They could make it the first ever transforming unit that fuses, so we could have Goku Vegeta that fuse. They could make it so that they have a mechanic similar to like the Gammas, where they have the prep time, or Buu Bros, but instead of the prep time being something that leads into like a legendary finish, it could lead into them transforming. I would hope that the unit doesn't just transform for like a special animation. I really hate it when they do characters like that. For example, Legends Limited Bardock, when he does his legendary finish, he becomes a Super Saiyan. I'm like, bro, you could have been a Super Saiyan throughout your character gameplay, you know? But if it's just through the cinematics, I personally don't like that. I'd rather have the unit be able to use that transformation in the battlefield. So like I'm saying, Vegito, there's so many ways they could do it, but the main fighting force right now is the Zenkai, and me personally, I don't think that's a strong enough reason to say that Super Vegito will 100% be coming. I think we need to see a bit more before we actually jump to that conclusion, and we are still in the Saiyan saga, still in the 100 million user campaign. We don't know what they could drop for this 100 million user campaign, but even if it is finishing, like I said, we're only a month away, it's very likely that this could obviously be a hint for the 6th anniversary. If you're asking me, am I taking this as hard evidence? I just personally don't think it's strong enough. It's a good reason for you to assume it's possible, but to say that 100% confirmed, Super Vegito is a bit iffy at the moment, but I think it would be dope if he does drop, and there is a lot of reasons why he would drop. Like I said, he makes the most money for Dragon Ball Legends, he's super hype, and we haven't got one in a while, I guess, especially in Legends Limited Rarity, where we've seen that they've also been releasing a lot of Legends Limiteds of characters they've already dropped. We got Cell, we got Super Saiyan Saiyan Goku last year. We got Beast Gohan, and even Revival Sign. These are all characters we got last year where they already have a Legends Limited variant of them. So if they're just going to keep remaking units in different ways, I think Super Vegito is one of those characters that has a runner-up at this point. So now let's go on to the other side. The other unit a lot of people think could drop would be Super Saiyan God Goku. Super Saiyan God Goku, people have been fishing for this speculation. People want him so bad, and I don't even think it's that people really like Super Saiyan God that much, but it's the idea that they haven't got a lot of representation in Dragon Ball Legends. I believe there's less than 10 units for Super Saiyan God era within Sparkings and Ultras, and maybe even less than that. I might even be highballing it. So if they were to drop Super Saiyan God Goku Beerus Battle of Gods, the theme would really fit well. They already have Goku and Beerus they could drop, but if they just want to drop God Goku, that would also be super good. Now there's two main reasons that this could be a plausible drop for the 6th anniversary. The first one, the biggest one, is the fact that they randomly dropped a free-to-play Whis. A free-to-play Whis from the God of Destruction Beerus Saga, which is Battle of Gods. That is random as hell. Why would they just drop a free-to-play Whis? It obviously has to lead to that saga. So whatever we're getting, if anytime soon, it must be from Battle of Gods. So it kind of seems like the Super Saiyan God Goku type thing is pretty much confirmed. So if that's dropping, I would say like that makes a lot of sense. They already lined it up clean. Cool. That's the first reason. I'm sure you've seen that. You might have been able to make that deduction yourself. Now the second reason is the fact that they have so little representation that it would make a lot of sense to headline them for this anniversary. They have probably less than Buu Saga, which is wild because pretty much all the Buu Saga units, if it's not a Vegito or a Buu here and there, pretty much suck. Buu Saga still gets units, but the units just don't end up being that great. Especially in the long run, they don't have a lot of life on them. But Battle of Gods literally has nothing. Very much nothing. It's the start of God Ki being entered into the Dragon Ball universe, and for such a prominent force in Super, Battle of Gods has pretty much nothing. And even when they did get stuff, the units pretty much don't do well. If I remember the first time they dropped Super Saiyan God Goku, it was pretty much crap. They have a free-to-play one. It's a free-to-play, so we're not going to go far with that, let's be honest. So naturally, this could be something that would work. Also, if we just look at previous anniversaries, more specifically the 3rd anniversary, even the 1st anniversary, even the 2nd anniversary, these anniversaries tend to have this hero versus villain type theme. Now, if it's not a villain, you might want to call them an antagonist, however you feel about it. But Goku versus Beerus is just an easy setup. It's a free dunk. It's a free layup. Easy tap-in goal for them to have a beautiful anniversary setup. They have their little story added to the events that they do with, like they did with Omega Shenron and Vegito Blue. That was dope. It could fit super easily, get people super hype, have an event that fits, and everybody's happy, you know? It just works. It just works. So Super Saiyan God more than Super Vegito, I think is very probable. If I was to pick one or the other, I would definitely be putting my bets on Super Saiyan God Goku more than Super Vegito. But I got one more segment before we end this video. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is the possibility that both of them drop. We spoke about them as individual factors, and it would work pretty well, I'll be honest. But together, I think that is wild. A double lineup, 6th anniversary, they're dropping 2 heroes, Super Saiyan God Goku and Super Vegito, whether it's a transforming Goku and Vegeta, or they do like the legendary finish type thing. It'll be 2 LLs more than anything. The likeliness these units drop together is super high actually. I think it's pretty high. A lot of people might think it's pretty low, but I actually think it's pretty high, and let me explain why. I've got a video dropping on this in a bit more detail, but if we look at the 5th anniversary, the previous anniversary, in the part 2, they just decided to drop us the Gammas 1 and 2 at the point where they were actually on the hero side, and Orange Piccolo. Part 2 back-to-back superhero, they dropped 2 Legend Limiteds right after Gold Frieza, which is crazy. And really and truly, if they follow a similar format to the 5th anniversary, they could just swap part 1 and part 2. So instead of giving us 2 Legend Limiteds in the second part, they give us 2 Legend Limiteds in the first part. And those Legend Limiteds could easily both be heroes. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. Maybe people thought they would be super low, but I genuinely think it could be super high. It's not ridiculous for them to drop 2 Legends Limiteds in the same part of a celebration. They've done it before. They can do it again. They did it in the festival in part 1. So in the anniversary, it's not unreasonable for it to be in part 1 either. As far-fetched as it might seem on the surface, if we really look at the examples we got in the past, it's not as ridiculous as you might think. So if they start the anniversary like that, I think it'll be crazy. I think it'll be dope. Now, of course, I do want to point out that you might not think it's the most likely thing, but obviously, if we looked at the past, like I just mentioned twice, they've done it before. They've done it before, so they would do it again. It's not unreasonable for them to do it again. Now, whether it's specifically going to be Super Vegito versus Super Saiyan God Goku, or just both of those banners together, I don't know. But they easily faked us out in the festival with the Beast Gohan drop. Nobody expected that. We did think Evo Chem was going to drop, but Nobody expected Beast Gohan. So Super Vegito could easily be that fake out where everybody's kind of seeing this Super Saiyan God agenda being pushed. But Super Vegito is kind of out of nowhere. So I think that would work pretty fine, honestly. If it does work out like that, I wouldn't be surprised. And at that point, you'd be like, damn, it wasn't unreasonable. In hindsight, it's a lot easier to see, but in the moment, it's not as clear. But then it's a prediction at the end of the day. So let me know what you guys think about that. But yeah, man, that's going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know you guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. I think this was a pretty good discussion. A lot of people have been speculating based on what we could get for the 6th anniversary, given that the saving saga isn't going too well, if we're being honest. But of course, it's to each their own. Press that subscribe button. We're on this grind to 100,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. My name's Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.